John McCain says he's about change too. So I guess his whole angle is, watch out, George Bush, except for economic policy, healthcare policy, tax policy, education policy, foreign policy, and Karl Rove-style politics, we're really going to shake things up in Washington. That's not change. That's just calling the same thing something different. But you can't, you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
The crowd rose and applauded, some of them no doubt thinking he may have been alluding to Alaska Governor Sarah Palin's ad-lib during her vice presidential nomination acceptance speech.
They say the difference between a hockey mom and a pit bull? Lipstick.
Remember that when you look into his eyes and know he's a good man, telling you the truth. This comment on the Boston.com website could be an epitaph.
As a lifelong Democrat, I have to say that I've been totally embarrassed by our party. And today, I opened my eyes and thought about it. As a woman, I am so angry that I have wasted so many years working for this party, supporting the candidates, attending rallies, placing signs, sending checks. Our party has proved once and for all that it is nothing but a good old boys elitist club. Please hear me out why I felt this way. First, I really do not understand why we, as Democrats, would hire and pay entire groups of people to attend the Republican convention, to shout obscenities, hold up banners containing misinformation, and attempt to totally disrupt and dishonor the opposing candidate's acceptance speech over and over and over again. What was the purpose? Sadly, I have got to say that I almost never see this occur in our Democratic acceptance speeches by attacking Republicans. In fact, I remember Mr. McCain actually having a commercial that said, "Job well done," during our own convention. However, for years now, I have seen this disruption and dishonor by bad-mannered fellow Democrats occur during the Republican speeches, and they are hired to do so. This really, truly portrays our party in a very bad light. Everything that Joe Biden spurts out is either misinformation, disinformation, or sexist anger. How dare he say a woman's place should be in the home, and Palin is obviously sacrificing her family values by running for vice president. Biden is Washington elitist through and through. Change? Now that's a joke. Biden is as far from change as is humanly possible to get. Just another Dick Cheney. To tell the truth, it is very embarrassing for both me, our family, and our many Democratic friends. Obama, once shining star, has even changed. He talks down to everyone. Either his personality has changed or his true nature is coming out. He's coming across as really arrogant, elitist, and snobby. He talks about being on food stamps while living in Hawaii. But when I searched it online, the Punahou school he attended is the absolute most expensive private elitist school in the state. Something about the food stamp story in the exclusive private elitist school really does not make sense to me. And to tell the truth, the statements like, "I am the one the world has been waiting for," are kind of scary. Also, the obvious media slant, spin, and one-sided focus toward our party and against the Republican Party has become so transparent that this too is insulting to me on an ethical and moral basis. Call me crazy, but I do not feel comfortable in having to cheat to win. Seriously, is it just me? Or does it feel that our once very proud Democratic Party seems to be losing its sense of honor and values? I hate to say it, but it makes me feel embarrassed to be a Democrat. I am certainly finding it increasingly difficult to have to explain to my children that, although this is unacceptable behavior, it is the party we support. Who is responsible for these dishonorable attacks, all this misinformation, like the stem cell research, personal attacks on women with children working? Do they not understand that this makes our party look like we have lost our values, if not our minds? Don't preach to me about family values, then lie, deceive, vilify women with children for having a career, slander and attack a woman who knowingly brought a disabled child into this world, and say she does not have compassion for other mothers in the same situation. How dare you, Joe Biden? How dare you use a disabled child as an attack weapon? You should be ashamed. Obviously, you and Senator Obama have somewhere along the line lost your compassion, empathy, moral values, and ethics. I never thought that we could have a vice president as bad as Cheney in terms of values, but Mr. Biden, with your comments in the last week, I believe you just surpassed Mr. Cheney. I have to say that from everything I've read, heard, and researched on Palin, she is one hell of a woman, a real person, and not a slick, elitist spin master like yourself. For me, she's like a breath of fresh air in American politics, and you know what? After reading what she did to the good old boy politicians in Alaska like yourself, I can't wait to see her clean up the Washington bunch. She will go in there like a tornado and shake up the system. And I believe that John McCain, who has never bought into the good old boy Washington cocktail set, will back her 100%. Sadly, Mr. Biden, to win at all costs using unethical behavior to do so, I have to ask the question, is this really a win for the American people? I don't think so. You know, we should have seen this coming during the Monica Lewinsky situation, where she was just a sex object in the good old boys club. Am I alone, or are there other mothers out there in America who find this behavior of our party disturbing? What do you tell your young kids when everyone in society condones cheating, lying, stealing? Societies totally collapse. Remember, that was the reason for the fall of the Roman Empire. Seeing the attacks the Democratic Party did to Hillary Clinton, and seeing the attacks the Democratic Party has done to Palin, really, truly opened my eyes. And I'm sure that women all over America and the world are witnessing the same thing with amazement. As of today, I no longer will support a party of women haters, good old boys, and cheaters. I instead am switching my time, money, and energies to getting involved in the Republican Party. Yes, it's true that we have quite a bit of differences in opinions and causes, but by getting involved, I know that as a woman, my voice will be heard, and I will work to change that party for the better. I know that if I stay with the Democratic Party, I am just seen as a worthless woman in a skirt to be seen and not heard, who is not part of the elite boys club and their Greek columns and mass California-type extravaganza of a convention, which reminded me of the 1938 Olympic spectacle that Adolf Hitler produced to wow the world with. Women of America, you are wasting your time if you are working for the Boys Club Democratic Party. Open your eyes. Today I did, and I feel good about the decision. As for Sarah Palin, you go, girl.
An extremely powerful comment. It reminds me of what was going through my mind when I went and changed my party registration in 1995. All this talk about the big tent. Al Gore had to change from pro-life to pro-choice just so he could accept Bill Clinton's invitation to be his presidential running mate. As the woman wrote, at least in the Republican Party, we can have a place at the table to effect some change. The Democrat Party allows no dissent. Free speech is shouted down, men put women in their place, and minorities are demonized so they stray. We have witnessed the point where this election has turned. The stupid have outwitted the intelligentsia again. We're winning with faith and conviction. They're losing with hate, conceit, and intolerance. The truth always comes out.
Diddy Obama blog, Diddy Obama blog, Diddy Obama blog, number 16. Hey yo, attention John McCain, attention John McCain. My name is Diddy, okay? You may know me by my government name, Sean Combs, but you know, my friends and my family, they call me Diddy, AKA Barack Obama. We'll get to that on a whole nother blog. But right now, I had to check in with you to tell you that you are bugging the f*** out. I don't even understand what planet you're on right now. This is the job to be the leader of the free world, okay? No disrespect, I love you, I want you to live to be 110. But things happen, like what if, God forbid, you gotta run and make, you become president, Alaska, come on man. I don't even know if there's any black people in Alaska.